Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series where I preview and predict every team's season. In Major League Baseball, this is the 20th of 30 shows, and now up will be the Oakland Athletics. We'll go over the prospects, we'll do superlatives, the team's ceiling and floor, best futures, and then a bold prediction for each team. And like I said at the top, it's the Oakland Athletics, and now on to the top 30 prospects that they have. All right, so their top prospect is Jacob Wilson. He's a shortstop. His ETA is 2025, and he's 68th on MLB.com, and he's the lone top 100 guy they have, which is unfortunate. Their number 2 prospect is Mason Miller. He's a righty. His ETA is this year. 3, Luis Morales, righty, 2025. 4, Denzel Clark, outfield, 2024. 5, Darrell Hernandez, shortstop, 2024. 6, Daniel Suzak, catcher, 2025. 7, Steven Echeverria, righty, 2027. 8, Max Muncy, a different Max Muncy, shortstop, 2024. 9, Miles Naylor, third base, 2024. 10, Joe Boyle, righty, 2024. 11, Brett Harris, third base, 2024. 12, Henry Bolt, outfield, 2026. 13, Joey Estes, righty, 2024. 14, Colby Thomas, outfield, 2025. 15, Freddie Tarnick, righty, 2024. 16, Cole Miller, righty, 2027. 17, Royber Salinas, righty, 2024. 18, Jack Perkins, righty, 2025. 19, Ryan Blasco, outfield, 2026. 20, Gunnar Hoagland, righty, 2025. 21, Max Schumann, utility, 2024. 22, Cooper Bauman, second base, 2024. 23, Brady Basso, lefty, 2024. 24, Ryan Kuzik, righty, 2024. 25, Logan Davison, left infield, 2024. 26, Mitch Spence, righty, 2024. 27, Tyler Baum, righty, 2024. 28, Brennan Malone, first base, 2025. 29, Cesar Gonzalez, catcher, 2027. And 30, Will Simpson, first base, 2026. So, those are the prospects. Rookie impact. I'm going to say Mason Miller. He saw some starts last year, had an ERA under 4, and was pretty solid in the minors, too. I'm not going to say he was awesome in the minors, but he was solid in the bigs, too. And I think Mason Miller will show some promise for Oakland this season. Most improved athletics player. I'm going to go with somebody that is a pretty well-known player. I think this player can get the 30 home runs this year and get the batting average up a little bit, and that is Shea Langoliers. He was the Braves' first-round pick in 2019. He was in the Matt Olson deal, and I think that he'll give them some excitement. Most disappointing on the A's, J.D. Davis. He was a free agent signing, cut by the Giants, but I think he's just going to be bored. I don't know. I'm going to say J.D. Davis. Make or break season on Oakland. I mean, there's some interesting guys on here for make or break in terms of pitchers. But there's somebody who was good for the A's last year in a handful of games, but has been bad for a couple years prior, and that is Sean Newcomb. I think he needs to have a good season to stay in the bigs. I really firmly believe that. Bounce back season for the Athletics. I'm going to go with somebody who He's been good in the past. He was an all-star several years ago. He was bad last year on the Giants. And I'm going to say Ross Stripling. Playing some weak offenses. Angels aren't very good. Who knows with the Mariners? See them 4 times a year. Nail Central teams twice a year. So why not Ross Stripling for a bounce-back year for Oakland? The Ewing theory. Nobody really left on Oakland that I can say, oh, there's the Ewing theory. But, so they're disqualified from Ewing theory because we don't have a candidate. All right, the team ceiling. This team is so terrible. I honestly think the ceiling is probably like 65 wins. And they're closer to the Angels in the standings than we think. Or I should say the 4th place team than we think. And then that would more likely be the Angels than the Mariners. But their basement, their floor is very low and is probably in the low 50s in wins. This team's awful. They're obviously rebuilding and have a lot of no-names playing at key positions. And they're going to be looking to trade some players at the deadline if they have to. Now we're going to do futures for this team, which is going to be really hard. So the World Series, they have the worst odds on the board. They're 500-1 tied with the Rockies. So they're 250-1 to probably win the American League. 200. ALCS is probably 100. No, that's 200 also. To win the division, they're 250-1. How are they 250-1 to win the division, but 200-1 to rep the AL in the World Series? Makes sense of that, FanDuel. I want to see if any A's are on the MVP list. Brent Rooker, 200. And that's really it. Maybe Blackburn for Cy Young, but what if he's traded, though? Like, that's a fun one. Let's say he gets traded to, like, the Yankees or something and is awesome. JP Sears is 200. That's weird. Luis Medina's 200. Let's talk about former Yankee farmhands on here for Cy Young. That's funny. Rookie of the Year. Is anyone on Oakland on this list? No, and that's really sad. You would think that there would be somebody on Oakland on that list. And Mark Coste is 60-1 for Manager of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year, I don't think there's anybody on Oakland on here. I mean, I'm surprised Ross Stripling's not on here. Reliever of the Year. He's going to be our closer, TJ McFarland. Former Oriole. I mean, I don't see any A's pitchers for the reliever of the year. Win total. So for worst record, they're 2-1 favorites. Their win total is probably 53.5. 58.5. A little higher than I thought it was going to be. Playoffs. Is it over 10-1 for them to make the playoffs? 70-1. Oh my God. Like, that's absurd. I mean, absolutely absurd. And minus 100,000 for the no. Like, is Brent Rooker up there for home run lead? Just for shits and giggles? Yeah, 150-1. That's funny. But yeah, I don't even think he's up there for RBI either. because the lineup is so bad around him. Then who's he driving home? So, it's so hard to make an Oakland bet or give out an Oakland bet. But I gotta be honest, under 58.5 is my favorite bet. They're just terrible. I mean, you can make a case they're worse than last year. Which is absurd, and they were really bad last year. All right, and my bold prediction for the A's, I think that in the second half of the year, they're going to have some call-ups that will be fun and impactful. And I'm going to say that just for fun, someone who's not on the roster now will end up leading the teams in home runs. That's how bad they are. I mean, I'm saying that thinking that they might trade Brent Rooker, but I think there's a chance that someone like Logan Davidson comes up and tears the ball apart. So I could see Logan Davidson getting called up and end up being the starting shortstop over Nick Allen, or they trade J.D. Davis and he's at third base and he tears the ball off the cover. So I'm going to say that somebody that's currently not on the opening day roster will end up leading the team in home runs. That's my bold prediction for the A's. All right, so that's it for the A's. Next up is going to be a lot more fun and a long show. It's going to be the Philadelphia Phillies.